can expect to experience a very thrilling and different kind of cultural contemporary experience when they come see us.
Now, Iggy, what do you think? You are still all young, you know. We've seen a lot of youngsters going into hip-hop, this genre, that genre, fusion of hip-hop and this genre, but you've decided to really go for a very outstanding genre, if I might say that, because it promotes culture, it promotes our heritage as Africans. What does it mean for you to be a part of this group?
For me, basically, I think it means being true to myself. You know, I'm an African. I mean, I know this sounds very cliche, but I'm an African. I mean, like the world right now, I think as South African, as South Africans and Africans, we are being fed a lot of, you know, international music, and you know, we are absorbing too much of that we end up losing ourselves. So I think that as young people, we need to, because I mean, as young musicians specifically, you know, we shouldn't aim to end here. You know, we should aim to educate not just our little children and stuff. We should also aim to educate the whole world about who we are as Africans. And so, which is why it's important that, you know, we delve into this type of music, so that when you go out there, even if you're doing hip-hop or you're doing jazz or you're doing R&B, there should be some African element to it, because I cannot take jazz and sell jazz to other Americans.
Exactly.
Jazz come from America, you know, I cannot go and sell R&B. In my jazz, I need to have that African element that will make me stand out and say, she is an African, you know. So I think that's important for us as Africans, not just South African, but Africans to like go back to our roots, you know, and try and extract a part of that, because it's who we are, and let us take that to the world, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, Alfred, who do you think the group looks up to? Do you have an icon or an African group that, you know, you look up to and say, I love their kind of music, we look up to them, we want to be like them one day? Who would you say that person or that group is for your group, for Sankofa?
That's a very interesting question.
You speak for the whole group right now.
I think Sankofa basically looks up to Sankofa.
Okay.
Right. But we've also got one other marimba group that people actually ascribe us to, you know, that we kind of have some similarity. That's Amapondo. Because of the rooted culture that comes with their music as well. Because as my colleagues rightly said, we just do not play marimbas for play marimbas' sake. We play marimbas to bring some kind of life to that instrument, to bring to add soul to what we play, because we see it as a ministry. We see our music as ministration. When we play, we expect it to touch someone's soul. So that's the same attitude we put onto those instruments. That's the same attitude we put to any skin we hit on the drum. That's the same attitude we put to any what's the name? Any keyboard, any keyboard, any plank we hit, you know, in the band. So I would say we ascribe to ourselves, you know, because we increase the stakes every single time.
I like that.
We challenge ourselves to increase those stakes.
Exactly. Now, it's a sad thing that you guys did not even bring the marimbas, did not even bring anything, you know. But I know you guys are doing a great job, and I really thank you for coming into our studios and, you know, just taking time to talk to us and educate Africans out there about our African music, the origins of our African music. Thank you so much, guys, for coming into our studios.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. Well, Africa, that's it from Rhythm of Africa. Thank you so much for joining us, and do stay tuned. The program continues. I'd like to really celebrate Sankofa and the great work that they're doing. I mean, you hardly find, you know, African instrumental group that are promoting and preserving our instruments. So kudos to you, Sankofa.
I must say big kudos, because I mean, as a musician myself, I know how it's been difficult over the years,
Yeah.
you know, for cultures to be preserved, because a lot of us are then we're coming into that genre where it's very modern and it's very, you know, it's guitars, saxophones,
Yeah.
keyboards, and
All
meanwhile
these
all the
things.
other local instruments are being neglected.
That's
so
true.
very, very good job that they're doing.
Indeed. Right now we're going to take a short musical break with River Jordan. Enjoy it.